Welcome to the Say It Out Loud podcast. I'm your host, Vasavi Kumar. If you're eager to gain clarity, speak with unwavering confidence, and liberate those inner voices, you're in the perfect spot. My mission here is to empower you to break free, find fulfillment, and ignite your passion. You ready? It's time to say it out loud. I've put together a guide of my top 10 tested and proven to work practical strategies and habits to help bright women like you say no, set your boundaries right, live confidently, and build healthy relationships, starting with the relationship you have with yourself. This is a self-paced guide, and I can't wait for you to dig into it so you can start becoming your most confident self, because she's in there waiting for you. Head to the link in my show notes or go to vasavikumar.com/guide and grab it today. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Say It Out Loud podcast. Today is my 42nd birthday. I turned 42 today, May 18th, 2024. And I'm recording this episode because throughout my social channels, on my LinkedIn, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, I posted a reintroduction post, just a new, fresh introduction into who I am, what I do, what I stand for, and really what the season is about for me, and inviting you along on that journey. And that's what today's episode is. It's a reintroduction. Some of you have been here for a while. Some of you have been listening to this podcast even before it was called the Say It Out Loud podcast. It was the Being Human with Vasavi podcast. Some of you are brand new listeners, so I want to say welcome. And to my current listeners, my listeners who have been here for a while, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, I've been a licensed therapist and a coach for 14 years. That's always been the majority of my bread and butter. That's how I've paid my bills. And most recently, I've decided to tap into and make space to pursue my other passions. And to say that I'm excited and shit scared is a complete understatement. Like, there is so much fear going into this. And I know, fear is one of those things that we're like, screw fear, whatever, don't listen to your fear. And it's like, it's very much there and present in my life, alongside with equally met excitement and passion and fun for this journey, fun that I know that I'm going to experience on this journey. I just know it's going to be a wild ride and so much fun. And I've decided to tap into these other passions. And so I wanted to share a little bit about what's been giving me those tingles lately, those the goosebumps. What's been giving me goosebumps lately? So here goes. First is definitely voiceover acting. I absolutely love doing voiceover work. I love being able to use my voice and bring a script to life. And I most recently got signed by DDO Artists, the voiceover division. They're based in New York. They're based in LA. And I am so excited to be represented by them so that I can keep auditioning for voiceover work and get booked. That is the mission here, is to get booked for these voiceover commercials. That's really what I want, y'all. I'm going to just say it out loud here. I would love to be the brand voice for one of my favorite brands. Just like, think about so many brands that we use on the daily, and imagine being the brand voice for them. Like, that is what I want. And I am just holding that vision so clear in my mind and not allowing anything to sway me from that vision. It's so easy to get distracted, and I'm just like, no, this is what I want. The second thing that's really been giving me goosebumps is audiobook narration, because my voice soothes souls, or so I'd like to think. I really love the sound of my voice. I love how I can take a book and bring it to life when I do audiobook narration. So far, I've done 2 audiobooks, my own included, and another client of mine, Christine Chang, her book, Show Up for Independent Women. Awesome book. I got to do that project about 1.5 years ago, and it was so much fun. So if you have an audiobook and you are looking to narrate that and get it narrated, and let's say you don't want to do it yourself, you can always hire me to narrate your book and turn it into an audiobook. I'm also really excited to produce. So that looks like helping top talent, podcasters, speakers, business owners shine even brighter on stage and camera. Now, if you're wondering if this is for you, This is for you if you absolutely love holding a mic in your hands. Like, there is nothing more fun for me than to hold a mic in my hands and just have that ability to use my voice to spread a message, to bring a script to life, to bring a book to life, to just be able to use my voice to offer some kind words, kind and encouraging words to someone. I'm also really excited about on-camera training because here's the thing. I have found with a lot of people that I've worked with in the capacity of on-camera training, people are already really, like, you're already good, right? There's like a baseline here that you're like already okay and you're good and you're and on stage and camera, but you need a few tweaks to bring out the most fun and you-est version of you. So that's another thing that's giving me goosebumps, and these are the passions that I'm going to be pursuing and actually turning it into a career. And so let me be an example that you can take the things that you're really good at and take the things that come naturally and easily to you, and you can turn it into a profitable career. Now, if it's profitable or not, I don't know yet because I'm just starting out, but I have the trust and belief that it will be profitable for me. And so you can hire me for any of the above that I've just mentioned: voiceover acting, audiobook narration, producing, and on-camera training. Now, a little context. I grew up in front of the camera, okay? My father captured my every moment growing up. But in this season of my life, I'm going to be behind the camera, providing guidance, feedback, and training to help you own the mic and come to life in front of the camera and stage. I take my passions very seriously, but as it turns out, I've been avoiding the voice inside of me that's been telling me to go all in for a while. Think about this for yourself. Have you been taking your passions seriously? Have you been listening to that voice inside of you that's been telling you go all in? Because that's what I found. You know, just the other day, a friend said to me, yeah, Vas, you've been saying that you want to focus on your other passions for a while now. You know, I had my girlfriend, she was like, yeah, Vas, since I've known you, you've been saying this. And she's known me for about 2-3 years now. And she's like, you've been saying this for a while. So as it turns out, other people have heard me loud and clear. It's been me that's been avoiding listening to what my inner voice has been saying for a few years, y'all, not just a few months. Like, this has been years I've been saying I've been wanting to do this. And I tried dabbling in it, but I was never consistent with it. And now I'm really just ready. Like, something about your birthday, I don't know. For me, it was like, I'm turning 42. There are a lot of milestones happening in this birthday for me. So I'm really looking to honor myself here in this season. So the biggest fear, okay, is how will I be able to sustain myself financially with this new pivot? But like the way I tell my clients, you can do this. You got this. You have what it takes, right? I'm taking my own advice and saying this to myself and trusting and listening to the process, because that's what I would tell a client. If a client came to me and said, Vasa, it's really time for me to do this. I got to pivot from what I'm doing to these new things. I'm really scared about money. I would encourage them. We would come up with a plan. You know, we would really just have them anchor into their trust and their deep-rooted belief in themselves. I know it's hard sometimes, but that's really the name of the game, y'all, is to trust ourselves again. Trust ourselves again, and trust ourselves even on an even deeper level. So this really feels like a true honoring of what I've been wanting to do for a very long time. So today, on my birthday, I am celebrating the woman that I am and that I am becoming as I enter into a very new chapter in my life called I Do What I Want, and I have a shit ton of fun doing it. So I'm available for projects that allow me to partner with people who are already doing the damn thing. But I'm using my hard skills in this chapter of my life while staying soft. So this is just your reminder. Don't be afraid to say your dreams out loud and take action towards realizing them into existence. And so that's what I shared across all of my social media platforms today on my birthday. That's what I wanted to say here today on this episode. I want to say thank you so much for being here and being a part of my life. For those of you who listen to the podcast on an almost weekly basis, you know, I just want you to know I record for you. I record for the people out there who are looking for some encouragement, some motivation, who are really wanting to take their lives to greater heights, you know, and really being clear and having fun throughout the process. Clarity and fun for me are two very Oh my God, they're two important values for me. It's just to be clear and to have fun. To be clear and have fun, just to be clear on what I want, who I am, what is it that I'm going after. And that's what I want to say today. Today on my birthday, my 42nd birthday, I wanted to stop and just record this quick little episode to share where I'm at in my life right now, what I'm offering in this season of my life. If any of what I said resonated with you, you know how to find me. Just email me at vasavi@vasavikumar.com. You can also find me on Instagram at my name is Vasavi. Just send me a DM or a voice note. Let me know you got this episode and you listened to this episode and it resonated. Everything has divine timing, and I truly believe that. But we are in charge of deciding when we want that to happen. And I've never been more clear in my life. I've been waiting for something or someone to shift. I've been waiting for someone to hand me the life that I want. And I've always been really good at creating the life that I want. But there have been a few, I don't know, it just felt harder lately for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's just felt a little bit harder. Maybe that's just the season that I'm in. But the commitment that I'm making to myself is to take as much time as I need. As I enter into my 42nd birthday, I'm here. I'm here, right? Take all the time you need is the mantra that I'm telling myself, and I want to offer that to you. Take all the time you need, but also realize that you are in charge of your reality. So I'm going to leave you with those words, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Say It Out Loud podcast. I'll catch you next week. And don't forget, say it out loud. If you love today's episode, then say it out loud. Subscribe, leave a review, and come say hi over on Instagram at My Name is Vasavi. Until next time, say it out loud.